Welcome to the Virtual Reality Podcast channel, where we talk about all things immersion tech in education and business. And sometimes we talk about it in other areas as well. If you like this video, make sure to click like or subscribe below. If you want to leave a comment about this video, immersion tech, or about the Virtual Reality Podcast, make sure to do that too. I'm here with my friend Michael Fricano.
Aloha.
Aloha, yes. He is from I'olani School.
I'olani School,
in
Honolulu, Hawaii.
Honolulu, Hawaii. And for those of us who don't know, which is me, is Honolulu on the Big Island? Or?
It's on the main island, Oahu.
Oahu.
Yeah. That's where Waikiki is, the big,
well,
the
I
popular tourist
I live outside
spots.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so there, be jealous. So Michael, among other things that he does, is a big advocate of immersion technology.
Yeah.
And why don't you just tell us a little bit about your story? How did this even happen for you?
Well, I mean, all my life I've been I've just been passionate and interested in technology in general. Growing up, I've had a computer for as long as I can remember, and always got the newest game systems. And when I got a little older, I taught myself how to build my own computer.
Oh yeah.
And so I've sort of just been. I try to be at the forefront of technology, and of course, AR and VR it's new.
It's new.
Still yet.
And fun.
And fun.
A lot of fun. we probably have a little bit too much fun sometimes.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
No problem in that, right?
So, are you originally from Hawaii, or are you a transplant?
No. So I'm an Air Force brat.
Air Force brat.
So
Okay.
I moved there about 16 years ago.
16 years ago.
Came from the East Coast.
East Coast. Oh,
And,
wow. Okay.
Yeah. Haven't looked back since.
Whereabouts on the East Coast?
All over.
All over.
Virginia, Alabama.
So you were a true Army brat. You were all over the place.
Yeah.
No,
about every 2 or 3 years we moved.
Yeah. No, I get that. So, but this is where you call home.
Yes.
Right. That's awesome. It's a pretty good place, right?
It is. Can't complain.
I see you really active in online communities like Facebook, the groups. I know that Merge is a big one that you're in, but you're also in all sorts of other PLNs, and you're sharing some really cool stuff right now where you're mashing together all sorts of different software for some curriculum stuff for education. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure. So of course, for me, the most important thing for me is being active in my communities, in my own PLN, and so Twitter, Facebook, Voxer, Google Plus. Just trying to remain active and not active in the sense of just like lurking.
Yeah.
but being sharing is really important.
Yeah.
To me. I try to share everything that I do, because the more we share, the stronger we are as a community.
It's almost like this unsaid ethics or morality that when you're gaining a lot of information from a PLN, you feel this obligation almost that you need to be contributing back.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
And I know that a lot of educators are fearful of that because they may not be as advanced as others, but you find great ideas from the most bizarre places, and it could be somebody that's just come into technology. That's what I love about PLNs, and that's what I see you doing too. You're sharing stuff out all the time, and I love it.
I try.
So, and talk to me about EdTechnocation.
Yeah, sure.
Did I say that right?
So that's my I guess
okay.
that's my personal brand. I guess you would call it. So I blog. I have a website.
It's a good resource. I like it.
Thanks.
I like it. So it's got a website, right?
I do. Yeah, I have my own. It's edtechnocation.com.
And on social media, you're at
edtechnocation on Facebook and Twitter.
You have to check it out. It's great. You need to go there and touch base with Michael, and maybe he'll give you a place to stay when you go to Hawaii. No,
definitely. You have Hawaii connections now.
Yeah, that's right. Those are not bad connections to have. That's perfect. So one thing that I saw that you just posted inside of our back channel on Voxer was was it on Buddhism or Judaism? Talk to me a little bit about the tools that you're using.
Yeah, so I've been working with our 7th and 8th grade religion teacher at my school, trying to create more immersive experiences and activities for the students.
Right.
When they're learning about these religions, there's a lot of history connected to these religions, and there's historical, very popular locations that are connected to, and so being able to transport those students to those places, like for example, in the experience that I just led this past week, they are just starting to learn about Judaism, and there's in my own research, there's this street called Via Dolorosa, and it's the path that Jesus supposedly walked to his crucifixion. So, as compared to reading about it and looking at pictures and maybe watching like a 20 or 30-year-old video, being able to actually virtually, take him down that path is, for me, when I was just doing that research, it got me kind of emotional to think that, that's the path that he walked to his crucifixion. That's where it sort of all began.
Right.
And those are things that I learned, growing up in my church. But it was just through readings and pictures. But to be able
it's different when you experience it versus reading it. I'm a big proponent. I mean, we do get a lot from reading. I don't want to take away from that.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, but that's just one piece.
It's one piece
of the puzzle.
Experience is so much more powerful.
Yeah.
And that's why I love, not to jump off on a tangent, but that's what I love about the museums that are trying to take these artifacts from very pivotal moments in history, like the Holocaust Museum in D.C. It's evocative and it's very emotional because of what's there, and you're experiencing it. You're not just reading about it. I mean, you read about it too, but there's something about it that reaches us on a fundamental level that transcends us being able to comprehend words, all the way down to, littles can understand when something impacts them visually. Yeah. That's what I love. And that's what I love about immersion technology is that it can really impact those small people. It can impact bigger people like myself, and all ages. So it's a beautiful thing. So talk to me a little bit about maybe what you see on the horizon for VR, AR. What do you think is coming next, and where would you hope to see?
Well, I mean, right now, we use a VR kit with phones and plastic headsets. But what I'm really excited about are the things like the Oculus Go, those standalone headsets, where the price point it's getting
much
pretty
better.
close to becoming very affordable for schools.
Absolutely.
It's the cost. It's they're gonna. I think at least it seems like they're going to be cheaper than buying an iPad and around the same price as buying a camera. Or a smartphone, and so to see that happening, and then imagining like I could actually have a whole class set of these devices.
Right, and we're still seeing and it's still a very small population of our schools that have enough for a full class set. Yeah, I mean, those are the rare exceptions that are able to go out and do it, or piecemeal kits together. Yeah, because it is expensive. I mean, essentially you're buying a cell phone. Yeah. Cell phones are expensive.
Yeah, they're expensive, in general.
They're not cheap. Or if you try to go the route of, okay, let me buy this cheap Android phone and see if that one works. And you go down your list and you knock it off. Yeah, this one doesn't work. This one does work. No, that's beautiful. And I know that these standalone units that are coming out, and I know the Mirage Solo came out and it's a little pricey, but I do like that it's 6 DOF. But I think Oculus Go, if they do it just right, and if they just do a little bit of tweaking to get it geared more towards education. Yeah. It's going to be really powerful.
That's the key. Yeah.
It is.
If it's going to be tailored enough to education, and not just to the entertainment side of things. Yeah.
Right. And I think that Daydream is going to be a big part. And I don't know, with Oculus, that's probably never going to happen. But there are other standalone units coming out that could utilize Daydream. Yeah. And I'm looking at you, Pico. I know y'all are working hard on that with Google. So
calling you out.
Yeah. No. Well, and they're working on it. But if that happens, then we're going to get around to that $200-ish price point. Yeah. And have Daydream. So then we get to experience a lot of stuff that's on the Android platform. And for the most part, there's a lot of developers that are building stuff for that. Google, namely, is building a lot of stuff.
It's exciting.
I'm really excited about that. So thank you for coming today, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and
excited to be here at ImmersED and
I know.
Being a part of the virtual reality podcast.
Oh, no. The honor is all ours. I promise you that. And I'm so excited that we're in the inaugural group for this conference. Yeah. And I think it's only going to get better. Yeah. Today already seems to be I'm not going to say overwhelming, but it could be. Maybe
maybe a little bit. Yeah, there are a lot of things going on.
A lot of things going on, and it's a great environment.
A lot of people setting up.
Make sure you check that out too. ImmersedEd2018.com. You can get some resources, and we'll be posting up videos so you can get to know all of our crew that comes through.
Awesome.
Thanks, Michael.
Thanks, mahalo.
Mahalo. Yes.
Want to hear more or connect with us? Subscribe to the podcast and find us on social media at The VR Podcast.